forgot. Yep, we're good. We're recording.
Awesome. All right.
So I think I'll just kind of get started. The hope of the call tonight was just to really get a sense of, why all of you are here. I think it's great if we share a little bit maybe about why, kind of our why, or what made us maybe choose this program, or if it's our first time ever doing any Beachbody program. I think it's great just we know that, so we can help support you in any way. And I think too, also, I'll kind of start off by saying, if you haven't gotten through all the videos, or if you are just like, I know some people are just getting their stuff, please do not feel overwhelmed. The whole point of this group and of this program is to just aid you as you start your own new nutrition plan and not to feel overwhelming. So we want to help support you, not overwhelm you, not feel like this is school and you're late or anything like that. So hopefully that kind of helps rest some fears or concerns or anything like that. But then we wanted to help answer any questions you guys may have, any things you're feeling, or just kind of all around help you before we actually start using our trackers and everything this week. So I don't know, Brooke, do you want to share, maybe start off with some of a little bit why you're doing this, and we'll kind of, if anyone wants to share, they can feel free to share.
Yeah, we can kind of focus on a little bit of an intro, who you are, maybe where you're from, and like you said, why you decided to do this, and maybe a goal you have for yourself or something for this challenge for the next 30 days. So my name is Brooke. I am a full-time coach. I'm a retired kindergarten teacher. I stopped teaching almost 3 years ago, which is crazy. And so I'm home full-time and coach full-time. My son is almost 3. He'll be 3 in a couple weeks. And I am almost 14 weeks pregnant. So that's kind of fun and exciting. And so I'm really excited because this group and this program really came at the most perfect time, because even if you haven't been pregnant before, I'm sure you can imagine, I've had all of the cravings and I've been eating way too many carbs and not enough vegetables. And so, but that's par for the course, but I'm excited because this is perfect timing, because I'm feeling like I can get back into a much better, consistent, eating routine. So I was really appreciative that Autumn had the pre and the postnatal, calculator. And so I was really excited to kind of recalculate today with kind of my new weight and, obviously adding calories and not having a deficit and all that fun stuff. I just feel like I'm kind of back in the game. So this is coming at a good time. And so I'm really excited to kind of, eat back on track, with all of your help and support. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about me, and that's kind of, that's why, I wanted to do this anyway. I'm pretty excited to learn more about it. I'm really, really, really jazzed up for the real-time workouts. I've started them, and I think they're just fun and exciting. This is the program, the original 21 Day Fix is what I started with way back when, 4 years ago. And so it's been really fun to kind of just revisit it and, with its, new, the new pieces that Autumn has added to it. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay, I'll go too, or I'll go next. So I'm Kelsey, and I've been doing programs like Beachbody programs, and I started out in the containers right after I had my second son, and the containers were a true game changer for me. So I think if anyone's just getting started with the containers for the first time, highly recommend, and I think Autumn recommends it too, you do the foundational path. I think it's a great way to just kind of get used to them before you look at any of the other plans or paths. And so that's what I did for the last couple years. And it's really just helped me, because I didn't know how much of a deficit I was in with veggies, and how much over I was on carbs, and all these things that I just was constantly eating during pregnancy and after pregnancy when I was nursing, because I was just always hungry. So the containers were after I'm in my mid 30s, I guess now, the containers were something that are it really totally changed my nutrition mindset, because I just didn't understand things. So what I'm most excited about is to dive in a little bit further and help understand like what my body needs more, because I think I tend to stick to like the same things, and even not really noticing how I'm feeling, or just like better understanding like just like she talks about healthier alternatives and still getting like the taste and the satisfaction of all those things. Because the reason I never stuck to anything before was because nothing was ever sustainable, because for me, I'm not willing to sacrifice taste. So I'm really excited to just learn more about the right things I personally need to be eating to match like the workouts I'm doing, or if I'm going to train for a run or like a race, then I know what I should be eating. So just really excited to focus really on the things that I know I've maybe had trouble with in the past, but really excited. So that's kind of a little bit about and also one thing to add, I got super emotional because I have some family members who have really struggled with, I guess, more preventable diseases and health issues. And so that's really like something that helps me with my why, because as a mom, I want to be around for like a really long time for my kids. And I know it starts with like eating healthy, and then I want to really pass that on to my kids. So that's like totally my why for my family.
I love it.
Want to go next?
Anybody want to share?
Oh, and if you might be muted. So if you go to the right, if you're on your computer, go to the right corner and you can unmute.
Or if you just want to, give a big wave, we can unmute you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
I'll go.
Okay.
All right, so we had Kelsey and I'm Chelsea.
I love it.
My first program was also 21 days, so I love the revamping of it.
Yeah.
I did about 3 years ago. So I'm a mom of 4, 2 sets of Irish twins. And my second set, so my younger 2, my youngest is turning 7 months. So I'm just trying to get everything back in check, get started back on the right path, and then that came at the right time for me as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what else I can say, but I mean, just the fact that when it did come when it did, and then now like I loved the foundational fix, basic, and it took like all guesswork out of it for me, and like being so busy, I'd be like, okay, I want to go to McDonald's and get like, I don't know, a 10-piece chicken nugget, but now like it showed me that like I can eat like healthy, and like Kelsey said, like it's not sacrificing taste, which I'm not going to do that either. I mean, I wouldn't be a guy. So anyway,
I mean, it's not sustainable if you have to eat like cardboard for the rest of your life. Who's going to do that? You can't. No one's going to stick to that.
And then like the Fix 8 cookbooks, they're amazing. So I'm diving into them more. So anyways, I'm excited to try, like, I think I'm going to start out on the foundational fix and then like test out the other ones, just because, I mean, just to keep your body guessing. And I think it's fun. Like you're learning all this stuff when I wouldn't even have that myself. Like Autumn's like, okay, here's my information. Now do it. So,
yeah. I love it. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Does anybody else want to share?
I'll go.
Okay.
So I'm Danielle. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I used to be kind of like a yo-yo dieter, and the container system itself was a game changer for me, just to learn about the portion control and what's right for you to eat and what's not. And I love the whole lifestyle behind it, the 80-20 lifestyle. But what I'm looking forward to is just kind of like up a level, because now I've been really into meal prepping and all that. So I'm excited to just dive in a little bit more about nutrition in general, and like what's good, what kind of components are good for me to eat, because I'm like learning about, food sensitivities and stuff like that. So that's that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that you can definitely like keep it more surface level, especially if this is new to you. You can follow the foundational fix. She tells you like just keep it simple. But then you can also kind of take it to that next level if you have been doing this for a couple of years and you want to kind of dive a little bit deeper and learn a little bit more of like the psychology behind, like the sugar addiction stuff to me has been a huge eye opener. Like I've been going around because, like I said, this past first trimester and then with my son, we've definitely let way too much crap into this house. So I was like, yesterday I was going around like looking at labels. I was like, 8 grams of sugar, out of here. Like 8 grams of sugar, no way. I was like telling my husband what he can and can't buy at the grocery store and stuff. So it's been really eye-opening. So yeah, I'm really loving it too.
Yeah, we were doing the same thing. Like applesauce is the worst, like the unsweetened kind. Like it's so sneaky because it's right there in the same grocery aisle. So as a mom, like it's so easy for me to grab one of those and not pay attention. And it's like 20 grams of sugar and applesauce. Yeah.
Like, no wonder my kid's addicted to sugar. Like, you know, like all these little things that you know, because I think of sugar, I think of like, oh, he has ice cream, he's having a cupcake, but it's like the little crap that you don't really think about, you know?
Yeah, totally.
It's been a huge eye opener the past couple of days. My husband's like, you went from like 0 to 100 in like 4 days. I can't catch up. I'm like, well, pull it together because we need to be healthier. Does anybody else want to share? Don't feel like you have to, but we'd love to hear from you if you're open to it. Oh, Kristen wants to.
You're there. Oh,
here I am. Really, I started in August of this past year, 2018, with the portion control. And before that, I was like, I've done everything. Seriously, nothing worked. And I just turned 40 years old when I found the portion control program. And I've followed it since. And as of last week, I've lost exactly 50 pounds.
50?
50 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
And really, before that, I thought I was eating like, what hit home is this when she did the salad in the video.
Yep.
I mean, I would go to a restaurant and be like, oh, I'll take this salad. Well, it was huge. I was actually eating 4 salads.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. And it's really the biggest thing has been portion control. Huge. And what I love about this program is diving deeper into how the macronutrients, how you fuel, like you use a red, a yellow, and you know, how you fuel your body at one time, not just feeding it all vegetables at one time, not just feeding it all protein at one time, but mixing that all up in smaller portions so you're fueling yourself throughout the day every 2 to 3 hours. It's been great. And I was on the sugar thing too. I raided my cupboard yesterday and I was like, nope, out, because I have a son too.
Yeah.
He finds this so interesting. I mean, he absolutely, when I went grocery shopping the other day, we took 2.5 hours because he was reading the labels on everything.
How old is he?
He will be 10 in 3 weeks.
Okay, so he's kind of like Dominic's age in the videos. Yeah.
So he was reading all the labels and, you know, they went on a field trip this past week for school. They were gone for 3 days. I said, how did you do, you know, as far as eating? He's like, well, I asked the lady that was cooking how much sugar was in this, how much sugar was in that. She told me to get lost. I was like, okay, well, at least you were trying, you know? So, you know, and soda too. I mean, I gave up soda in October. I haven't had one single soda since. And I've been trying to get the rest of, and I don't really let my kid have them either, but, you know, just trying to weed that stuff out. And it's fun to get your family involved. That's one of my biggest things. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked how she talked about ways to incorporate, you know, getting kids involved at different age groups and stuff. Yeah. That was really interesting.
And the Fix It cookbook's awesome because so far everything I've made's been a home run, and you know, it hasn't been like ugh.
Yeah.
Gross. Don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
But there's my story.
Thanks for sharing. That's amazing. Congrats again.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been, and I'm not like one of those weigh myself every week or every month. I think I haven't weighed myself in like 3 months, and I decided to last week, and I was like, oh, wow, okay. So
that's
I was
awesome.
pretty excited.
You must need a whole new wardrobe.
I did. I had to go shopping the other day. I have nothing really that fit, and I have 0 shorts. I put some shorts on from last year, and yeah, I could have used some suspenders.
Like the best reason to go shopping.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun to, you know, get new clothes and actually wear a bathing suit. I'm excited to wear a bathing suit this year and go swimming and go to the beach.
That's so amazing.
I live 10 minutes from the beach and I won't go because I don't want to wear a bathing suit. But this year, wearing one.
That's awesome. I love that.
All right.
Thanks for sharing. Does anybody else want to share? You don't have to. Hi, Joe.
Hey, what are we sharing?
We're just talking, we're like introducing ourselves and just kind of sharing like why we're excited to start this program, maybe like a goal you have for yourself, whatever, just kind of anything really.
I'll share, even though you can't see me.
Sure.
I don't know why my phone is not working. I've tried to do 100 different things, but I'll share.
That's okay.
So I actually started my fitness journey, like my youngest son's 2. It was a year before he was born. And I just kind of did like my own thing. I decided to like cut out, you know, like fast food and all that. I used to work at a fast food place. So I got on the scale and I had gained at least 20 pounds since the last time I weighed myself in high school before my oldest son was born. So I was like, okay, I need to do something.
Mhm.
So I'd get on and I'd get off and I'd get on and I'd get off. Like I wouldn't stay consistent. And so I'm hoping like this helps me stay consistent with like my nutrition. I'm definitely addicted to sugar. So when Autumn talks about the sugar addiction, I can really relate to that. And like I have a 5 and a 2-year-old, and like what you and Kelty said you did, like I was looking at like animal crackers the other day.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Yep.
how much sugar is in animal crackers? I'm like, oh my goodness. And like my kids love animal
Of
crackers.
course, they're labeled mine are organic, so you think
Yeah.
they're like healthy.
They're healthy and they love them. So I'm like, okay, we got to get rid of those. But I took my kids grocery shopping with me yesterday. My oldest son's in pre-K and he loves fruits and vegetables. So I was like, okay, we were like in the middle of the produce section. I'm like, what do you want? You said you can pick out a fruit or a vegetable for your snack. And he's like, I want cucumbers and I want apples. Because I remember like when Autumn said she got like Dom involved.
Yeah.
And like going to the grocery store and picking out what he wanted, he was more interested to eat it. So Colton's like, I want cucumbers and I want apples. So I was like, oh, okay, I can definitely get you a couple cucumbers and apples and I'll put those in your snack for the week. So
Yeah, so you feel like
to help like cut out
over
sugar.
it. Yeah.
I'm addicted to sugar. I'll admit that. And my oldest son, the one who I was talking about, already has like ADHD. So he bings off the walls naturally. And like when I add sugar to it, I'm like, that doesn't help at all. So
It's
I'm
hard.
really hoping
It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's hard to, it's easy to get sucked in for sure. But just being more aware of it and, you know, having Autumn talk to us the way she did, I think we can all just be more cognizant of, you know, what we're eating and what we're buying and bringing into our house and that sort of thing.
Definitely.
Thanks for sharing. Joe, do you want to share real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Just a little quick backstory for those who don't know me. I started with Beachbody programs back in 2011, but I quit after like 3-4 months. But I re-engaged in August of 2014 and 70 pounds. And I did it because of the 21-day, a large in part because of the 21-day fix. I started with P90X3 and then moved on to Insanity. And that's what got me in love with the fitness. Honest to God, I never really got into the 2B mindset when it was released. I tried it for a little bit. I like aspects of it, but it doesn't really meet my fitness goals at this point in time. So when the Portion Fix, Ultimate Portion Fix came out, I was kind of like, all right, so what's the difference? We already know how to use the containers. But I'm going for my master certification and just going through the videos, going through the regular Ultimate Portion Fix videos plus the certification videos. It's like, now I actually get it. So I'm really excited about this because nutrition is like 70% of fitness. And one of the things I didn't share earlier was that when I was overweight, I was also on cholesterol meds because my cholesterol was like through the roof. So my cholesterol was being managed by meds for about 10 years. So large in part getting on 21-day fix and the Portion Fix system, plus drinking Shakeology, completely lowered my cholesterol to the point where I've been off cholesterol meds now for almost 3 years now. Over 3 years, actually. Almost 4 years. So I'm really excited about this because it's hard to share the importance of this system without knowing the system in and out. You think it's just containers. Yeah, measure your food. If it's on the list, you can eat it. If it fits in the container, you can eat it. But really trying to mix and match. I mean, I was that person who would be like, okay, it's lunchtime. I didn't have any vegetables at breakfast, so I'm just going to get a 4 green container salad. And at the end of the day, I'm not going over on my containers, but my nutrition still could be better by balancing and spreading things out more appropriately. Instead of having all of my fruits at breakfast and all of my vegetables at lunch, now I'm trying to add at least 1 vegetable at breakfast and 1 fruit later in the day as well. And just sort of spread things out and balance my carbs too. I was saving all my carbs for like the end of the day. So things were getting a little imbalanced except for protein. I eat protein all the time. So just really knowing the ins and outs of the system is what excites me the most.
I agree. Like really diving in, really knowing the, all the background information. Does anybody else want to share? Does anybody, do you want to share?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. Awesome. So I actually did 21 Day Fix for the first time about 4 years ago. And we were trying to get pregnant for the first time and lost about like 25 pounds and was super psyched, and then had an ectopic pregnancy, which like made everything go downhill, gained all that weight back, and then got pregnant directly after that. All the weight gain, had gestational diabetes for both pregnancies because they were back to back, 1 week away from Irish twins. So now they're 1.5 and 2.5. And I've been like, ever since I had my second a year and a half ago, it's been all about like trying to get back into it. And it's not just because like mom bod or anything like that, but because I want to, like, they're 2 active little boys. Like, I want to run around with them. I want to be able to play with them. And having like heart disease and all these other issues, and seeing, overweight family members who literally are just sitting there watching the kids run around and yelling at them, like, I don't want to be that person, So, so that's been a big part of it. And it's funny, Joe, that you mentioned 2B mindset. So I've basically been doing that since May when it came out, and I was psyched because I really liked it, because there was like no guessing, or like I didn't have to measure anything or really plan. I could kind of just go with it. But I found that is much more of a maintenance plan for me. So like I've lost 20 pounds 22 since last May. But it's more of a maintenance, I feel like, routine for me. And I still have about 30 to go to get back to like a reasonable like goal for height and activity level and whatnot. And so I wanted to kind of dive back into it, and I was psyched because I know the containers and I know the process. I've done it and it's succeeded with it, but having the videos, I feel like, have opened my eyes so much more to it. And like, it just helps make it resonate a bit more. So
yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else? If not, does anybody have any questions that we can answer for you? I know some of us were chatting earlier today, and we were saying, there's a ton of videos, and having gone through it myself now and kind of looking back at it, I think it's definitely something that you can see as having a resource forever now, because you own the program. And it's not something where you have to feel like, we don't want people to feel like they have to have watched all the videos and have all the information before you get started. Especially if you're, more familiar with the fix and the containers, you could definitely get started and then continue to, like I told one of my clients today, you know, she's familiar with the containers and such. And so I told her to make a meal plan and, you know, make a plan to get started, and then maybe make it a goal to watch like 5 of the videos every week or something. And then each, you know, with each video, you're going to learn that much more. You're going to be able to kind of tweak things. But I know it can probably feel overwhelming because there are a lot of videos. So don't feel like you have to know everything and do everything and, you know, have watched everything before you can get started. Definitely just start. And it's kind of one of those things where you can kind of learn and pick up more information and kind of, you know, gather more info as you go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was going to say, and I told a couple ladies today that, you know, if you want to at least get a sense for like what path you want to start, you know, go to modules like 2 and 3, and that's going to tell you enough to like about each plan. And especially if you've never done it, highly recommend the foundational, but that'll at least explain the food groups or the foods that go in the containers and help you create or figure out which plan you fall in. And also it gives like, you know, guidance if you're just trying to maintain, or if you aren't working out or you are working out, and if you are working out more extreme. So it covers all of that in those sections. So I think that that's really helpful, just to, especially if you're just getting started, maybe even knowing which kind of group you're going to go to, and then as you go you can catch up with a lot of the other videos or just watch them as needed. Like for example, I haven't finished going through everything and I'm traveling this week, so I jumped ahead to module 28 because I'm going to be eating out on the go like all week this week, and so that's really helpful to just know what I need to do when I'm traveling. So I think that's great. You know, they're kind of, you can use them as needed as well.
Yeah.
I just drove 5 hours to my in-laws for my kids' spring break, and eating out, that really helped me on my journey to here. So because otherwise I'd have been like, all right, I need a 20-piece chicken nugget because I got 5 hours. So
what did you do differently, Chelsea? Did you like plan ahead?
I did pack me some snacks. I had I never drive. My husband always does the driving. So I did my Energize. I had my water, and then I had a couple snacks for me, and then like fruit and stuff. My husband doesn't eat fruit, so I just grabbed the bags and I was eating grapes as I drove. But where I would just get the chicken nuggets or whatever, I got just a grilled chicken sandwich versus like whatever. So I mean, that was a win for me.
Totally. So like packing even something rather than being we'll stop and we'll get snacks and
So it was just little tweaks and changes, and I mean like just doing that. Like I'm driving, I was like, yeah, like I'm doing so.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
So anyways.
And Autumn mentions too, like, you know, not to like worry, you know, if you're just getting started, not to worry about like exactly what foods you're eating, you know, picking from, because she says technically that, you know, the top of the list is better than the bottom. What she said, just get started, you know, just keep it simple and just pick from anywhere on the food list just to kind of ease your way into it, and you'll get, you know, more familiar as you go.
And I had one question earlier, and I'll go ahead and answer it on here. If any of you are doing the time nutrition, some of us on this call have done it before. And one thing to note is like the way she creates each meal with the containers already grouped together should stay that way. But you could, if you needed to move those meals around, other than around the pre and post workout, you can do that. And I think she has even a couple notes, like if you're someone who works out in the morning and you don't feel like you can eat that much, there is a different option for that. But the reason for that is just because of the way the macronutrients are balanced throughout not only the day, but through every meal. So that's kind of the rationale behind it. But yeah, if you are doing the time nutrition, and if you have any questions, or if you are struggling with it as you get started, feel free to ask in our page, or ask anyone even on this call. A lot of us have done it before and have some tips and things, but that's what I'm going to try again, hopefully, and we'll see how I'm doing with traveling, how I make it work. But yeah, we've done it before if anyone, you know, has any questions.
Actually, I do have a question about time nutrition. So I've been trying to do it during the week, and kind of failing, because I want to wake up super early to do my workout before I work and have to go into the city. And if I do it based on like not doing the performance line, there's either I'm eating dinner at like 4, which isn't great, or I'm doing I feel like a 6-hour break in the middle of the day. Like it's either or, I feel like, with how early I have to wake up and get started. So do you think that you could use Shakeology in replacement of Recover, or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can now.
All right.
But I would stretch out. I definitely go. Are you able to go 3 hours in between?
Oh yeah, but even with that, it's like it's starting at 5 or like 4:30.
4:30.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I had a client, or had a girl who had that too, because she had to get up so early. So I'll check in with her and see what she did. I personally don't get up that early, so I don't know. But yeah, there are some people in our group that do get up early, so I'll look into that, because I don't know, and I know what you mean because of the way the times goes.
What time do you go to bed, Ashley?
9:30.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think, a problem.
Sorry.
People had. No, I was just gonna say you're not alone. I think a lot of people had that same conundrum.
When I did the time nutrition, I was getting up early, so I was waking up at like 4:00, and what I did was I would make like a pre-breakfast, pre-workout meal quick. Then I would do my workout and then recover. Then I would I switch things around a little bit, and I usually did my shake as my post workout meal. I know you weren't supposed to do it, but it was really the only thing I could do because I had to go to work. So I would use my shake as my post-workout meal, and I would make it, and then I would literally try to stretch everything out to the max of the window. So I don't remember the exact times, but I believe it was like you had to have recover within a half an hour, and then you had I think up to 90 minutes after your workout to have or 1 to 2 hours after your workout to have your next one. So I would make sure that was 2 hours. So I would make my shake and sort of like with a lot of ice, and I would wait as close to that 2 hours as I could before drinking that. And then I would have 2 prepared meals for while I was at work, and I would literally drag those out to the maximum 3 hours each, so that I think I was able to stretch out dinner to about 5:30-ish. And then oftentimes I was about a half an hour late by the time I got home from work, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal, to be honest. So a lot of times I just ate at 6, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And yeah, it kind of stinks because then you're going a long period of time without eating. But, if you're going to bed at 9:30, that's better than me, because I was probably going to bed at like midnight. So I was pretty, just make sure you drink a lot of water.
Yep. Yeah, I take a 4:30 train home, and I don't get home till 5:30 or 5:45, and then it's about feeding and bathing the kids and getting them ready to bed. So usually I don't eat until 8:30 at night anyways, which is horrible. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to bed at like 9:30, which is so bad. But that's why I was like trying to go with the time nutrition to force myself to do it earlier.
Are you working out in the morning? I'm sorry.
If I can, yeah.
Because she says in the video too, like if you're working out at night and you have your post-workout meal at midnight, it is what it is. Like you should eat it. So I don't think she's saying like it's the end of the world to be eating super late at night if you're following the time nutrition.
Good job.
I know that there's some people who couldn't get in a full meal, or they couldn't actually do all 3 containers or however many containers they needed before their workout, or it was just too much on their stomach. So she says, even like in the videos too, like do what you can, like don't force feed yourself, but try and at least get something on your stomach, even if it's not the whole grouping. I mean, ideally that's what you work up towards, but it's progress. It's not perfection at all. Ever.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Shakeology, I usually always, now I don't do time nutrition, so I don't know if this is just time nutrition, but I usually always have my Shakeology after my workouts. Is that like a no-no?
No.
Oh,
No,
no,
she was saying in place of Recover.
Oh, okay. Because
The Recover is like literally the recovery drink. Just
okay.
And
So
when
what I was saying is in Autumn's plan, she had like 2 meals, and then I think Shakeology was like your 3rd meal. It was like the 2nd meal after a workout or something like that. It just wasn't doable for me unless I wanted to bring all my shake stuff to work, and that just wasn't going to happen. So
yeah, no, you can really drink
You can
Shakeology,
totally do it.
especially if you're doing foundational fix. You can drink it whenever.
Okay. Because that's what I usually do. I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
oh no, that's what I normally do too.
Yeah. We keep going with questions if anybody has one, but I was also going to ask like if anybody's planning to incorporate any of the new like Fixate recipes or anything like this week.
I am.
You are? What
I'm
do you
gonna-
make?
I just made the Italian stuffed peppers.
Oh yeah, and have you had them yet?
I haven't. I made them. What I try to do is make like 2 meals that I can like rotate. I love leftovers like every other night because when I get home and I've dealt with other people's kids all day, and then I got to deal with my own kids. I don't want to cook, so I can just heat it up. And so tomorrow I'm gonna try them. But I know I really think my kids would like them too because it's literally rice, marinara sauce, and turkey meat and a pepper. So it's like I don't see why they wouldn't like it. So I'm excited to try it. It smells delicious. It looks amazing. So
guys, you got to make the sausage and egg sandwiches.
Like the breakfast sandwich she talks about?
Sausage and egg breakfast sandwich. Though, like the sausage itself is absolutely bomb.
Which it's not even sausage. She said it's
not even sausage. No, it's ground turkey, and you just make it. But when you taste it, it's just like breakfast sausage. It is so awesome. We made them. My son Zach and I made them for everybody tonight at dinner. We decided to have breakfast for dinner, and it was absolutely bomb. It was
amazing.
We didn't follow the instructions for the English muffins. It just seemed like too much work, and we buy whole wheat English muffins, so I figured that was pretty good for a substitute. But
on the video, it looks really good.
Awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
And I've been doing the sweet potato hash for a couple weeks, and it's really, really good.
Is that a breakfast thing, or do you make it for a different time of day?
My kids will eat it. Well, one of my kids will eat it for like meals, so whenever. And I usually do it with breakfast and just mix like eggs with it. And it's really good. But it's really yummy because I love sweet potatoes in general, but just like finding different ways to make them.
Right.
So good. So easy to make too.
Especially too, like I try to, like she's talking about eating the same thing. You know, like she became allergic to eggs because she ate them I eat eggs every single day. So for me, it's like trying to find other yellows I can have for breakfast that feel like a breakfasty yellow. Not that I can't have sweet potatoes, but like trying to get away from like oatmeal and bread and stuff for breakfast. We're making the chicken enchiladas this week. I don't think they're from the new. I think they're from like the original Fixate, but I think it was in one of the videos and it caught my attention. So I was like, let's make those this week.
Spaghetti squash fritters are bomb.
Ooh, I haven't made those yet.
They're good.
I need to write these
What is
down.
it? The squash fritters?
Spaghetti squash, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I baked them and they were still kind of, I made them a little bit bigger because I think it's like 1/4 cup for each patty thing. And it was still kind of squishy. And then I air fried it. Oh, my Lord. It was good.
And this is an oldie, but it's in the Fixate 1 book, is the Sloppy Joes.
Sloppy Joe's is a go-to for us.
That's a really awesome one. So we have that one quite a bit.
And the just like any of the meatloafs, it might be in the one, or it might be on Fixate on demand. But yeah, anything like meatloafy, they're really good. And like kid friendly too.
Mm. All three of my kids approved the sausage breakfast sandwich tonight, so
Nice. I'm
3
excited.
thumbs up.
I just wrote down all of those things. I'm going to put them in my meal plan next week.
And it was wicked easy to make. I made it. I have video evidence too.
Cool. All right. Well, does anybody have any other questions? I did my planning and we did shopping, but I'll do some prep tomorrow. Haven't gotten.
Is anyone doing the 21-day fix workouts? What do you guys think?
I love them so far.
Absolutely my favorite so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems way harder than the original.
Anything real time too just feels like so exciting, like new and different, and I don't know.
I just missed the clock.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed.
I did.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, and anyone watching this like recording who doesn't, if they haven't done the workouts and they didn't realize they had access or they don't know where they are, they're just underneath all the videos. They're recorded live each day, but they will be there after the day's recording. So you can
we're behind.
And you don't have to do them real time. I've been sick, so I'm a couple days behind, but they're really great to do if you've never done one before.
I agree too, Joe. I think they're definitely a little bit.
It's either that or just because I'm in better shape than the first time I'm doing heavier weights. I don't know. So, I mean, I wasn't nearly as good shape then, so it was a struggle. But we're a day behind because we started on the Tuesday because they come out at like noonish Eastern time. So
yeah.
we started on Tuesday because we work out very early. So, but Dirty 30 today was no joke.
Haven't done that yet.
So I'm starting 21-day fix real time tomorrow. Is it the exact same schedule as the original, just all updated workout?
It's a slight change.
Okay.
They go in order though.
They do go. It's almost the same order as the original one, except instead of upper then lower, it's lower than upper. I don't know.
Okay.
We showed up for
like
day
the way they're listed,
the upper, and she's like leg day. I'm like, what? So.
Okay, I'm excited to try it tomorrow. So.
Yeah, and it's pretty much the same thing, but and she'll explain when she's gonna deviate. Some things she actually says she's making easier for the first week because then she wants to progress throughout. But for the most part, she'll be like, "Yeah, we didn't do this in the original, but we're gonna do it now." So, and yeah, they're doing this on just about every single one of them. So.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for hopping on. Kelsey, you post the recording when you get a chance.
Yep.
And yeah, get excited. We officially start tomorrow. I feel like, having a 2-week prep, it's been a long time coming, and I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited. And so we'll start tomorrow we'll have the morning, it's kind of like more like an info post. And then I think we're going to go with the afternoon accountability polls. If you were in our last group, we did that last time. And I think a lot of people liked it. I loved it. I think it worked for me, it's basically like an easy way to check in on like your workout, Shakeology, performance line, your mindset, and things like that. So I think we'll be running with that. So you can expect the 2 posts every day. And let us know if you have any questions. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.